If you are logging into Myteam today, this is what matters. Happy Lunar New Year, folks. Year of the Horse, and it is starting off very strong. 2K gave us a great locker code that we're going to put in, plus a challenge for 100 overall piece. Surprised us all. Let's dive into it and see what matters. The auction house has huge things going on as well. As usual, daily challenges is where we start. Free 5,000 MT. I hopped on early, played a few park games, just trying to get that Tyreek Evans jump shot down. It's getting better. But yes, do your daily challenges. Over to the All-Star Festival tab. Folks, they did kind of what we hoped. I wasn't really sure if they were going to do it. They did it. They gave us 100 overall. That is that All-Star top tier exchange piece. Not too hard to get. You will need specific players. These players' prices have gone up a little bit, but most of these are cards we should have. Anthony Edwards came out in a locker code. There's a bunch of different versions of them. You should have an Anthony Edwards. You just need points, rebounds, assists. Same with Karl Anthony Towns. There was a free version of this card. I believe he came in a locker code as well not too long ago. Pretty easy card to have. Jalen Brunson, there's a free mobile version. I think he also came in that locker code not too long ago. And that locker code I'm talking about, let's see if we can find those exact players. Go over to your collection and go down to rewards, and you may have a lot of these cards here in this 25 and 26. This was like a season ago, I believe, but they gave us a Karl Anthony Towns, BJ Edgecombe, Jalen Brunson. These are all cards you're going to need. I think another one, there's an Anthony Edwards. So just take a peek in here. If you don't have the cards, you will need to go on the auction house. One of them is a bit challenging, kind of a rare card, and a card we talked about potentially stockpiling, that Kashad Johnson. He's gone through the roof, both his diamond and his all-star card. Hopefully you have one. If not, just be patient. We still have 2 days, 22 hours. His price will be at a peak now, really for all these guys, like Damian Lillard's have gone up. We do have one of each of these on this channel here, so we're in a good spot. But if you don't have one, double check that rewards tab, see if you have any of these cards, and for the ones you don't, just be patient. Today of all days, their prices will be the highest, but definitely prioritize this. They're also giving us 6 diamonds. That is huge, plus the 100 overall piece. Folks, I did the math. I mean, between this challenge, this challenge, this challenge, that's a dark matter, which is equivalent to 3 galaxy opals, a free galaxy opal piece, so there's 4 total galaxy opals, plus this right here, which is 6 galaxy opals. That's 10 galaxy opals, plus they gave us a free locker code today for another dark matter piece. That is equal to 3 more galaxy opals. That means guaranteed, just from grinding the game, playing offline, not any King of the Court or any park streaks, you should have 13 galaxy opal pieces, which is more than enough to go shopping on the exchange. You can get a ton of really, really good cards. I did not think we'd get Tyreek, Ibaka, and Chambers. Of course, we did play King of the Court and got the park streak, so we have a few extra pieces. But bare minimum, you should get Ibaka and Evans or Chambers, which is absolutely huge for a 7-day festival to get completely free just from offline grinding. And if you went, above and beyond and we're playing park and getting streaks, you probably have a ton of pieces. So we will dive into the exchange and line up some shots, because with the 100 overall piece coming today, it definitely changes things. Greatness is a good grind. Get this done if you're still working on it. I mean, it can be done pretty passively. These cards still hold up. We're still seeing these cards every day in King of the Court, Park, whatever it might be. So if you're trying to build out that lineup, don't forget about that. And then the season is coming to a close. You can kind of monitor the timer. 222. We have 2 days, 22 hours left in the season. Season 5 is coming soon. That will have market implications, and we will, anticipate that a little bit. Every time there's a new season, we looked at the former lineup. I think I was on stream and I pulled up my lineup at the beginning of season 4, and my goodness, has it changed. Our lineup and everything will change a lot throughout next season, which is always exciting. For the play tab, nothing too major here as far as something specific we need to play. If you're prioritizing this challenge, which I highly recommend you do, it's going to be easiest to do in Breakout. I did see some people in the park today with a gold Kashad Johnson trying to farm dunks in park. Good on you for trying that. For me, I will hop into Breakout, play a rookie game, and it should be easy to get all these done. So whatever you're trying to focus on, again, we have 2 days left in the season. Always try to line up your shots if there's a certain win tier in Showdown or Park you're going after. But other than that, just get some challenges done. Know there's a big grind coming with the new season pretty soon. Domination is there. If you want to patch that up, it's a great time to do it. You could easily do all those challenges in Domination as well. We have it finished, so we will go with Breakout. King of the Court rewards will probably get updated. Who knows what's coming Friday? Do they start a new festival with the new season? We will see. Just going to keep an eye on King of the Court, and when it's worth it, we will absolutely play it. Exhibitions always, daily shout out to the exhibitions, getting a lot of them done, getting a surprising amount of resources. I mean, as your rep goes up, these do get quite a bit better. And we have one, I'm getting like 1,500 points. Let's see. I can do it. All right, there's that game changer. Boom. Okay, cool. We got that done. So yes, get your exhibitions done as well. Before we go any further, why don't we put in that locker code? Because we're going to dive over to the exchange here pretty soon, and that is important. And again, to do locker codes, it is on the market tab. We will come down to locker codes, and I will punch this in real quick. And here is the code just to give you guys a quick screenshot if you need it. And we will go ahead and redeem said code, which means we get a Diamond Jeremy Lin, not bad, and a Dark Matter piece. Let's see, did that pop into my unopened packs? It did. We also have some packs for winning a few games earlier in the park. So that is quite a bit of pieces. We already have a Jeremy Lin, and I guess I can add him to Seguin. I'm sure there's a better one I could have added him to, or maybe just quick sold him, but we'll go ahead and do that. I'm slowly getting Seguin with all of my duplicate wild gems, though I don't really plan to use them or anything like that. But with this festival, so we're going to have 100 overall piece coming home. Again, that is 6 Galaxy Opals or 2 Dark Matters, and it's really adding up. I mean, if you guys have been stockpiling pieces, you may be getting close to Sabonis or Levine. I did talk about this on stream last night. Personally, I would go for Chambers, Ibaka, and Tyreek over Sabonis. But if you can get to Levine, and I mean, it would be a bit tough, but if you got your Sunday Park Streak, did well in King of the Court, plus all the free rewards, Levine could be accessible, no money spent, hypothetically speaking. But one thing I'm considering is this coach, especially because now more than ever, multiple coaches is actually effective, where I have Doc Rivers, but Doc Rivers is level 5 in a different specialty than this coach is level 5. I know that's a bit meta. You can see he's level 5 on that 3rd rung of coaching, where Doc has level 5 on the 4th. So at this point with the 300 overall piece, I'm like, maybe we consider him. My goal is to bring home this Tom Chambers. I'm pretty much right there. I might need 1 or 2 more Galaxy Opal pieces. So I think we'll just keep grinding, try to get the Tom Chambers. We have 4 pieces plus the 100 overall piece plus the locker code. So technically we'll have enough for Tom Chambers and even a Galaxy Opal left over to potentially go and get some more of these budget beasts, which we highlighted yesterday. So we should all be in a really good spot to at least get 1, 2, maybe 3 Galaxy Opals plus multiple pink diamonds. Guys, for a 7-day festival, completely free for those type of cards. Huge W. I mean, this is going to build out our lineup. The fact I'm able to get Tom Chambers, Ibaka, and Tyreek, essentially no money spent. Yeah, I had to sweat a bit, on Sunday and King of the Court. Really worth it in my opinion. All 3 of those cards are great. I'm finally figuring out that Tyreek jump shot. It was a little rough last night on stream, but we were playing good this morning. So either way, just keep stacking pieces, line up your shot. You may be getting close to one of these guys. And look, don't let me talk you out of Sabonis. If this is your guy, then go for it. I think he'll be really good in Park. I think he's just a little undersized long-term at power forward. We're going to start seeing 7-foot, 7'1" power forward so much more consistently. And his speed just isn't elite. Like for a 6'10" power forward, his speed is not amazing. We can take a quick look at it here, go over to the festival. And he's a good card, don't get me wrong. But when you're looking at a power forward who could be considered a little bit undersized, you would like that speed and agility to be very high. And it's actually one of his weaker points. I mean, he's super strong at rebounding, decent interior defense, not great on the perimeter. I mean, compare it to Ibaka, who, it is a factor. These guys, especially in Park or even Showdown, they will get isolated out on the perimeter at times. 90 perimeter D with 92 agility, same height, and this card's also a bit faster, so I would prefer Ibaka, and that also means you could get Chambers and Evans, so just line up your shots. But this Zach LaVine card, I mean, if it's attainable for you, definitely one of the best point guards in the game. 99 driving dunk, 97 3.65 at the point guard. Did his defense pretty good, especially with 95 agility, all the badges you want, plus 8 badge slots. So this is a pretty good card too. Really, we have options, guys. We have options. I do think this was a great festival where we got a ton of free cards. For the average person or just most people, we realized let's not go after, these kind of cards. They're not realistic. We saw people get Yao, and we've seen some gameplays of Yao, and he's good, but still a close game, man. There's been some close games with people using Yao. And if you have cards like Sar or Ibaka or other elite centers, you still have a solid chance. So to me, it's more than worth just to take the low-hanging fruit, and anything extra, maybe I'm getting legend badges, Hall of Fame badges. It's just free grindable rewards, so take advantage of the exchange. 2K gave us a ton of free pieces plus locker codes. Definitely a W on that front. For the market, no new packs or anything in the pack market as my game does a weird load. Yesterday the super packs came out, so that impacted the price of a few different cards, and that's cool. Like I said, we need to see a few more Dark Matters. We got a ton of Amethysts on really good deals. I got Zaire Williams, IOs, all those cards I like. I got a few of them stockpiled now at quite good prices. And that can take us into the auction house, and let's dive into it today. We're doing a few things. Day trades are going really well. You can see I'm actually doing an experiment. Got a pretty cheap Galaxy Opal Wild Gem on bid. I think I can flip him for profit. Walker Kessler is, one of those mid-tier meta cards. We got that Adam Morrison sold. We put him up for 81 yesterday during the video. Made like 15K profit, maybe 13K, so pretty good. Same with the Asar Thompson. The Amethyst WNBA cards are randomly holding some really good value, making good profit on that. So we'll get these cleared out and let's dive into the strategy for the day. First thing we can call out, there was an update. We got the lock-in players. So they gave for the pink diamond lock-in, which is what, 38 cards, good number of cards. They're going to give you 3 pretty interesting cards. Everyone always likes a Dark Matter Dame Lillard. He's going to be your typical really good scorer, super shifty, potentially a slight defensive liability just due to size, but I mean, look at the stats. Probably a pretty good card, guys. Probably a really good card. A bit expensive, but probably a lot of fun to use. So you'll get him, Damian Lillard, Kashad Johnson, and VJ Edgecombe. Is it also the Jalen Brunson card? I think it is. So you're going to get 4 cards. You get all 4 of those cards. I mean, it's still not really worth it in my opinion, because you get 2 undersized point guards. This is probably the best card of the group, and he's a good card. Don't get me wrong. Not going to try to poke holes in this card. I mean, an elite attacking the rim type point guard, 95 driving dunk at 6'5". We know there's a lot of cards out there like this. Is he better than Russ? Maybe. We also have Dwayne Wade out there. I know a lot of you guys have Steph. I'm using Tyreek Evans now. A lot of us probably have access to Tyreek Evans. I think he's a really good card. Comparable. I mean, we're splitting hairs at a certain point. The one thing to note on this card is his stamina. And in Park, I don't think it's going to matter a ton, but if you're using him in Showdown, it's going to be a bit frustrating when you constantly have to sub him, especially if you're using King of the Court and trying to run minimum subs. It just might prevent him from being an elite card, and with how expensive he is, you would really want to get an elite card out of this. To lock in all 38 of these cards, it will be, over $1 million MT at least, I'm guessing. I haven't done the math, but it is going to be a good number just because there's multiple that are still on bid, like this Cooper Flag, Yang Hansen's consistently ending in that 150, so you're going to have to spend 400 or 500K just on 4 or 5 cards, let alone 38. So don't recommend doing this per se. And I didn't see an across the board raise on prices. Cards like Reed Shepard, who were pretty cheap before, he's still pretty cheap. It's not like we saw his floor go from 5K up to 10K across the board. One card did see a huge bump, and that one card is tied to this specific challenge, which is the dunk contest winner. Kashad Johnson was incredibly cheap. He was one of those like 5K cards or something like that from the All-Star set. And the only reason he's going up is not because of the lock-in, but because of the specific challenge. And it's really all Kashad Johnsons. And if we would have held on to a few more of those gold Kashad Johnsons, we'd be making a lot of MT right now. Looks like a few are getting on the market, but no pink diamonds. I mean, what is the cheapest pink diamond Kashad Johnson? Just out of curiosity. Up there in the 50s and 60s, and guys, this was a very cheap card. Looks like those aren't quite selling. We got to go a little lower, maybe just down, yeah, about 60K. Maybe, you know, you find a cheap one. Let's see if someone randomly lists one a little cheaper than they should here just while we're searching. Doesn't look like it. Looks like his price is holding. Again, this price will go down. It will go down over the next couple days. You have 2 days to get that challenge done. So don't necessarily feel like you need to buy one today. We're lucky we have a gold one. We'll get the 10 dunks done with the gold card. So we tried to anticipate this. We sold a little early. I sold my Damians a little bit too early. We had a couple of those Kashad Johnsons. We sold them just a little bit too early. But good to know, something I'll earmark for next year. There is definitely MT to be made from specific challenges. You just got to get the actual winner. You know, at least this year, that's what it kind of was. I'm guessing Dame's gone up a little bit, but his Sapphire has so many in volume. Don't think it'll be too hard to get your hands on a Dame Lillard. So yeah, the lock-in didn't really have a huge effect. Those cards are interesting. I don't recommend doing it. I mean, you're going to lock all those cards in. They'll be unsellable for the rest of the year. And then you're going to be just, you know, essentially getting 2 undersized point guards. Kashad Johnson's an interesting card. I'm guessing it's 99 driving dunk. 99 standing dunk is a little interesting. But at 6'6", at the small forward, probably a park, really, really good park card. How's his defense? I mean, not elite. So even in park, he's going to get exposed a little bit. Fun card, not elite by any means. And then the lock-in for the Galaxy Opals, it's the 100 overall Ant-Man, not the Victor Wembanyama. That would have been crazy, and probably a lot of people would have locked in for that. I don't see too many people locking in for this 100 overall Anthony Edwards. It just doesn't really make sense to me. So for the lock-ins, not a huge update, but what we are doing, we got the spreadsheet going, guys. Let's check out the Big D Guru spreadsheet. You know, it's my way of just staying on top of things. I can update that Yang price. And essentially what I'm going to do for the next few days is just keep monitoring prices. And for the most part, we're seeing activity that I expected, which is prices starting to trickle down. Kaishan George 7 to 5. A few randomly went up, like SAR went up 10K. That's just one night though. So, you know, one day I searched and there's only a few up for 55. And the next day I searched, you know, maybe it was just kind of a down time. Those type of variances can happen. You can see with Zach Ricochet that he kind of went up, but for the most part, we saw cards kind of trickle down, which is reaffirming my strategy of waiting just because, you know, hey, a good deal on bid today might be a card's floor in a couple days. Like Dylan Harper, I've been monitoring his price. I've seen 68 and then down to 63 last night. Even today, it looks like maybe he's starting to trickle down. There's some 60s not selling. So if I went and won a bunch on bid last night at 55, thinking it was a good deal, lo and behold, his floor has reached a whole new low overnight. Because these cards are still very volatile. We're just going to be a little bit more patient, and trust me, we'll be trading these cards a lot just in a few days once we understand their floor. In the meantime, it's still a bit unique. Guys, season 5 is coming, and I'm expecting a lot more 100 overalls. You know, when we looked at my lineup from season 4, and let's pull it up real quick, that will be helpful. And here it is. Here's my lineup at the end of season 3. Pardon me. When we look at my lineup of end of season 3 and compare it to where it is now, such a huge difference. I mean, the main thing we're going to see is just the tier upgrade. Like, I was running a ton of pink diamonds. Don't even know if I had a Galaxy Opal at the moment that I was actually using consistently. And, you know, we had the Anthony Edwards, but not really. Now look at my lineup. I mean, I have barely any pink diamonds. We have the anomaly of Yang Hansen. And even this lineup, you know, I kind of cheesed it, so to speak, to keep the overall a little bit lower. I could easily have 100 overall Dwayne Wade in here. There would even be a couple upgrades, like I could put a higher tier card, potentially a Dark Matter Larry Bird. That might be more realistic. And even Dark Matter Kevin Garnett, if I was really trying to, you know, play my most aggressive game, so to speak. But just notice this huge tier upgrade. Almost all my cards went from like pink diamond up to Galaxy Opals. My old lineup was still pretty good. Even today, that lineup could kind of hold up. But just look at the upgrades across the board. And that's what I'm expecting with season 5. I think by the end of season 5, my team will be almost all dark matters and probably some 100 overalls. Potentially we even see invincibles at the end of season 5, maybe. But definitely season 5, we're going to see a lot of 100 overall cards. They're in the game already. They haven't really released a ton, at least like in packs or anything. But I expect that to happen, and that will mean shifts in the auction house. So for today, we can absolutely still do day trades. You saw some of the cards I'm winning, focusing in on those mid-tier meta cards. We won a Walker Kessler for 10K. I've been selling him around 18 to 19. This one just got listed at 14. Will get sold real quick, even this 16. Usually can sell them a little closer to 20, but avoiding cards I don't think are going to be meta, like Bobby Jones, Artis Gilmore, just avoiding them. You can check in on WNBA players for whatever reason, they're just holding value. This Sammy Whitcomb is really easy to make profit on. People list her for a little bit too low. But stick to the semi-recent sets and stick to cards you think you can move. I mean, I did kind of stockpile a couple of these amethysts and they've gone way down, but I was getting them under 2. Hopefully I can make a little profit, but with the new season coming, might be a moment or two until these amethysts bump back up, but got them at such aggressive prices, should be fine. Like even this Zaire could maybe list for profit. We'll see. But for day trades, just understand the floors. Some of these pink diamonds have gotten really, really low. And with the new season coming, there's not a guarantee we'll see them really bounce back up too much. We knew the market was a bit propped up. We kind of called it out those last few days. Just pink diamonds across the board, always in the 25s, 30s, 40s, was not realistic. We're at the time in the game now where pink diamonds are 10K and below, just like diamonds were 10K and below not that long ago. It's because we've upgraded tiers. So we're trading pink diamonds kind of like how we used to trade diamonds. And slowly but surely, we got to start thinking about Galaxy Opals. A lot of more Galaxy Opals are getting on buyout. So we're going to have to do some market research. One thing I noticed is some of these wild gems, I mean, for the most part, they're going to sell at 70, maybe even 60, kind of across the board. Their market's a little propped up from exchanges. So if you can get some bids, like what did we win that Rick Barry at? I think we won him in the 40s, 39. Like I think I'll be able to list him for 60 and sell, because go to Galaxy Opal Wild Gems maximum buyout. And like, once again, just understand the floor. Once you understand a card, tiers, or sets floor, everything's possible. Boom. So like if I list this card for 60, he is the cheapest Galaxy Opal Wild Gem. Should sell real quick. So with that information, I'm just going to go over here. I'm not going to overextend myself. Maybe it's a bit of an anomaly and they really only sell at like 50, 55. But if you're getting them at 40, you're in a pretty good spot. This Kevin Love, I mean, he's probably even a bit more. So I'd be happy to bid. Yeah, he's kind of a rarer one. This guy here, but not quite enough. George Gervin, perfect one. It is 8 hours, so it's not going to be the most high volume filter. But again, if you can get 20K off of one trade, that's a W trade. So let's send him over to the auctions. We'll get them listed. For more cards to trade today, like I said, just focus on some day flips with the bid method. Cards like Allen Houston, what's his floor? He's being a little bit more propped up. Even him, 10K not selling, 9K not selling. You can see pink diamonds across the board, very far down. But again, if I can win them at like 5K, that's 4K profit for one small transaction. We'll definitely go ahead and just keep an eye out for cards like that. And I think my new goal is going to be to identify some potential Galaxy Opals to start day trading on. And we just need a few more to come into buyout. Like all the older Galaxy Opals aren't really buyout yet, because they're just kind of so rare. Like we haven't seen, let's see, like is Clay a buyout? I'm guessing not, no. Kyrie maybe. He might be about no. Like, so all these Galaxy Opals are kind of holding their value. I mean, maybe in the Crossroads set, like Alonzo Mourning, I even doubt is a buyout. He might be, Once we get more of these Galaxy Opals on buyouts, we understand their floor, then we can start making more bids. This set has numerous on buyout, and I'm guessing there still will be. I don't see a price, jump due to the 100 overall Ant-Man lock-in. So we're going to have plenty of Galaxy Opals to potentially day trade here, and I'll be monitoring these guys' prices, but they're in the same boat as this pink diamonds. The floor is just not set yet, so we still need to be patient on this set. Really for the next few days until the new season comes, until these guys kind of stabilize. Focus on your day flips. It is a little bit more sparse just because this new set is kind of dominating things. Everybody wants the new cards. They're all really good. Cards like Okongwu is still good, but there's just so many pink diamond options 10k and below. It's kind of hard to justify his price as good as this card is, but he still sells around 10-15. Most of these are 26 not selling. These all seem a little bit elevated. Definitely will come in, make a cheeky little bid here on my boy Okongwu and see if we can snag another one, because we usually do go back to the cookie jar. I mean, if I start making MT on a card, I usually just go back to it and try to keep making MT. Boom, he usually sells for around 10-15. Even that a 14 might sell would be considered interesting. You can see, I mean, I'm already getting bid up to 12. All right, we'll bid 11.9. This one's been recently listed. I'm not going to double dip, but I could. This Asar Thompson, boom, we sold him. This card's just randomly rare. He holds a lot of value for a diamond. Nickel Alexander Walker, probably on record for the card I mispronounced the most, and I do apologize that. I just switched the last name hyphenated. But anyway, he's actually more like a 6 to 7k card. Looks like he, is a little gone up a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be sustained, so won't overbid, maybe around 5k for him. And I'll work through and do that quite a bit. I did make some good flips yesterday. Actually, that reminds me, why don't we go look at Adam Morrison? Because once I make MT on a card once, I'm happy to go back. The cards like him, they get listed with extra badges. That's really where the value is. Look at this, 4 legend badges for 77. We sold mine, it was a little bit worse at 81, but not quite enough room for profit. 50, he's kind of like a 49. Oh, look at this right here. This is for sure going to be profit for me. 6 legend badges at 50. And we can do, I think I have time because people aren't just sitting on this filter, but let's just go search Adam Morrison just to make sure you're getting a good deal, right? So Adam Morrison, pink diamond, and let's go maximum buyout 52. And let's just compare. We can compare 2 things. One, we'll compare what other Adam Morrisons are even available at that price range. You can see the only ones really available are pretty basic ones. And then out of nowhere, there's one here with 6 legend badges. I think he's fully badged out. Yep, 0 badge slots, 6 legend badges. He's 51. So my profit point is like 58. I want to make sure I at least sell him for 58. Now I'll compare him to other Adam Morrisons around 58, 59, even 62. Like, is there something a better Adam Morrison in that range? He's still an anomaly. Absolutely none in that range. So to me, that is a surefire good deal. I know if I buy him at 51, list him at 58, there's going to be profit. And realistically, now I'm like, wait, where is the most realistic comparable Adam Morrison that's listed? Is there one? There's one with 4 at 70. Okay, so if I list him at 69, I'm still going to make over 10k MT. There's one at 77. Mine has more legend badges. So I could probably list this guy 65, 70, take out tax. We're looking at over 10k plus from one card. So back to the well on Adam Morrison. And that's, kind of my strategy. Once I make MT on a card, might as well just go back to it. Same with this Grant Hill. We really like this card. I just got this one sitting in the collection. Got him for 70k. He's kind of going, he's been pretty stable. I mean, he's pretty stable. We can see some with extra badges. Don't see an opportunity for huge profit here per se. I mean, that is a good card. I mean, I don't think you can maybe make a ton of MT, but if you're going to spend 90k on one card, a 6'8 shooting guard with 5 legend badges, Hall of Fame ankle assassin, what other legends? Dimer, immovable enforcer, goodness. Legend posterizer. I mean, this one's a little better. Legends. I'm almost tempted to buy that one and switch mine out. That is a really good Grant Hill. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna do it. That's a good Grant Hill. So we'll get that one. And then what I'm gonna do is go to my collection and let's send the Grant Hill that we have. Oh, he's not in that set. What am I doing here? Season 3. He's over in Frostbite. Let's just compare. Yeah, mine only has 1 legend badge and a few less. See if I can sell this one and make even a little profit. He does have the legend posterizer, so we'll send him to the auctions. And yeah, I do like the Grant Hill card. I think that's kind of a fun thing. You can see, let's still have fun in this mode. I know we're not getting only the best elite cards. I could go out and get a Dark Matter per se. Sometimes I just like using cards I like. I've absolutely hooped with that Grant Hill. He has a great jump shot, and one with all of those badges should be pretty nice. So I spent 89 on that one. I do see some comparable like 14 and 4. I don't think I'm gonna get 89 for the one that I have, but who knows? We'll put him up for a little bit. I got him at 70. Can I make a little profit? I'm just going to list him at like 82. If I can make a little profit on this card, we'll put that towards the Grant Hill we just got. And realistically, you know, when I do sell the other Grant Hill, I probably won't make profit. You know, this is kind of one of those cards you buy to use and enjoy, not necessarily to flip. I don't think I'll make a ton of profit on this card, but this card right here, I'm definitely expecting to make some profit. So a couple different strategies. You know, when it's a card for the PC, you can be a little happier to maybe not always make a ton of profit, but when it's something that's, you know, you want to flip, you want to make sure you're getting at the right price. For Barry, we got him at 40. Look, only 3 listed. I mean, why not just put him up for like 67? See if he sells. 67. Why not? Why not? So, little in-depth. You guys can see this was more of like a walkthrough of just kind of how I float through the auction house on a daily basis. Got him for around 10. Let's just make a little bit of profit. 18 sounds like a good number to me. Cool. The rest we're just going to hold. These amethysts are just still a little too low. Hoping they trickle back up. Like I said yesterday, keep an eye out for some meta amethyst. Didn't break the bank by any means, but picked up about 10. You know, if I can double my investment on each of these, all of them were 2K and below. So maybe I make 20, 15, you know, 15, 20 MT, 1,000 MT off of those investments. Why not? Why not? And any other active bids of note that I can call out? We got a Derek Queen bid. He's still holding strong. Check out those dynamic duos, guys. They do hold value. I know there's the pink diamond Derek Queen out, but the kicker is dynamic duos hold value due to salary cap. And I know salary cap is not really a great thing right now, but there will be a time when it is, because this card's salary is only 1,200, and that is a big factor when we compare them. Let's just see what the pink diamond salary is, just out of curiosity. That's the type of thing that could impact price. 8,000. So you could run a pink diamond Derek Queen if you use the dynamic duo, you know, with his 1,200 salary, and I'm guessing Fear's salaries around there. Still really, really, you know, it's a huge difference for salary cap. So I know that's kind of a mode we're not playing a ton, but when it comes to dynamic duos, it really translates. You know, you got to understand what modes are people actually using cards in. And that's why we've shortlisted specific cards of this all-star set. It's not just every card, but it's cards we foresee people using. Same with dynamic duos. It's not just every dynamic duo, it's dynamic duos we actually see people using. That's gonna hold their value up. And just curious, we can do a Kenny Smith check. You know, this is like my friend I don't talk to anymore. You know, I'm like, we used to be best friends, man. What happened? Yeah, I got out of the market at the right time. There's a free Kenny Smith. You know, now he's not selling at 5. We used to sell this guy at 20K all day long. His counterpart Shaq, I'm guessing, is still pretty rare, but maybe not. Let's see what's up with the amethyst. Oh, there is one here. You know what? I'll put a little cheeky bid on this. This is kind of rare. All right, maybe I win a, do I own that? I think I do. Yeah, I have it. Wait, oh yeah, I own that card because we got the free one. But yeah, we can still trade it, so. Yeah, that will kind of wrap it up for the day, guys. I mean, in general, W Festival, huge festival. We got so many locker codes, so many rewards. From this festival alone, grab some Galaxy Opals bare minimum. And if you can go above and beyond, maybe find a way to get up to Zach LaVine. Ain't nothing wrong with that by any means, but if you're getting some good Galaxy Opals, it's a huge W. With that, remain patient with the auction house. We're going to be, you know, season 5, we will be having a ton of trading opportunities. Mid-season 4, we were really cooking. I mean, between beasts, all the battleground sets, we were really, really cooking, and we just had to taper it down because of this massive drop. I mean, we saw between greatness and all-star, they put in over 150 cards in like 7 to 8 days, and we saw it coming, so we were not overextended. We just need to let the market catch up a little bit. It was real high, real tight, it's loosened, and now we just got to let it kind of firm. I know that's a lot of different analogies, but y'all get the point. We just need to let the market settle just a little bit longer, and we'll be in a good spot. But with that, I hope everybody has a great Tuesday, has a great start to the Lunar New Year. Much love and peace.